Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that, let's be honest, affects a ton of us, but we don't always get why. We're diving into that powerful, kind of mysterious link between what's going on in your head and, well, what's going on with your body's performance. So yeah, let's just jump right in. All right, let's just cut to the chase with a question that maybe, just maybe, you thought about before. Can all that anxiety, all that stress from your dough, can it actually mess with your sex life?
Oh, yeah. The answer is a huge, definite yes. And hey, if this is ringing a bell for you, I want you to know you are so not alone. There's actually some really fascinating science behind why this happens.
Okay, so what it really boils down to is this. Think of it like a battle going on inside your body. On one side, you've got your stress response, and on the other, your sexual response. The thing is, they're kind of like oil and water. They just weren't built to be on at the same time. And, this internal conflict, it is one of the most common reasons for issues in the bedroom, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. The key thing to get here is that this isn't some kind of personal failing. Nope, it's just biology.
So to really understand this, we've got to look at the main control center for this whole operation, your brain. And I want you to picture your brain as having this super powerful and, let's be real, sometimes way too sensitive emergency brake.
See, when your brain picks up on stress, and it doesn't care if that stress is from a crazy deadline, worrying about money, or even getting anxious about sex itself, to your brain, stress is stress. It doesn't really differentiate. It just flips this big switch into survival mode, and bam, your system gets flooded with stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. So this basically creates two totally opposite states. You've got survival mode, right? That's your classic fight or flight, awesome if you need to run from a bear, absolutely terrible for getting aroused. Then you have rest and connect mode. This is that relaxed, chill state you need for intimacy. And here's the absolute kicker, the most important part. Your body cannot, literally cannot, be in both of these modes at once. It's one or the other. Okay, so what actually happens when that survival switch gets flipped? Well, this isn't just some vague feeling in your head. Oh no, it sets off a chain reaction of very real, very physical things all through your body. All right, so first up, blood flow. Your body goes into crisis mode and thinks, okay, we might need to run or fight. So it starts sending blood to your big muscles, your arms and legs. But where does it get that blood from? It pulls it away from places it decides aren't essential for survival right now, like your sexual organs. On top of that, all your muscles get super tense, ready for action. And your brain? Forget about being in the moment. It's now in hyperdrive, scanning for danger, overthinking everything instead of just feeling. And the result of all that, well, it's pretty frustrating, right? You've got less blood flow where you need it, your body's all tensed up, and your mind is a million miles away. It's no wonder that can lead to things like trouble with erections, lower arousal, issues with timing or finishing, even just a lower sex drive in general. It's a really clear cause and effect.
Now, this is where things can get tricky. This is where the psychology of it all kicks in. Because one bad experience, an experience that was just caused by a stressful day, can kickstart this really frustrating cycle. We call it the anxiety spiral. And it's so sneaky. That first little issue, the one that was maybe totally random, it doesn't just go away. Instead, it plants this little seed of doubt, this little worry, that can grow into this big looping cycle that just feeds itself. So here's how this spiral works. Check this out. It starts with just a little worry, right? What if it happens again? But that worry itself is stress. So it triggers your body's stress response, which then causes the physical problems we just talked about. And that, of course, leads to another difficult experience, which then feels like proof. It confirms your original fear, making you even more worried for the next time. See? It's this vicious cycle that just keeps going and going. But, and this is a big but, just understanding that this cycle exists is the first huge step to breaking it. The answer isn't to just try harder or force it. That actually makes it worse. The real solution is about learning how to calm your nervous system down, to intentionally switch off that survival mode. And this is the really, really good news. For most people dealing with this, there's nothing physically wrong. The body is healthy. It's just that stress response hijacking the system. And because it's a response, it's not permanent. It's something you can absolutely learn to manage and even reverse. So the whole goal here is to learn how to flip that other switch, to turn on your rest and connect system on purpose. And there are real practical ways to do this. Simple stuff like mindful breathing can physically change your nervous system state in just a few moments. Things like regular exercise can lower your overall stress levels. And just talking about it, having open communication with a partner can take so much of that pressure off. It's really about building a toolbox of strategies to handle stress, not just in the bedroom, but, in your whole life. So look, if there's one thing you remember from all of this, I want it to be this. Your brain is, without a doubt, your biggest sex organ. It's the one that runs the whole show. And when you realize that stress is just like slamming on the emergency brake, it gives you the power to learn how to find that brake lever and gently, intentionally let it go.